Hey, on today's little journey, we took the high-speed train up to catch some castles today. And we actually found this one and decided to stay here all day long. This is the entrance into the courtyard, and here is the Castle Nottingham. And I'm a big Robin Hood fan, and so I was completely stoked about actually being able to be in Nottingham and to see the castle. This is the courtyard, and which they have flowers and some things. And I actually got my picture taken with Robin Hood, so it was a lot of fun. Hey, we're standing outside the entrance to the museum, which is now what Nottingham Castle is. They wouldn't let us have video cameras in there, so I wanted to tell you guys what we actually found in there. Around 43 AD is when Rome invaded Britain, and they stayed around until about 410 AD. And then after that, the Roman Emperor just up and left and gave no help whatsoever to anybody who was still in Britain. The first signs of Nottingham Castle is around 800 AD, and they found some pottery and some written records of Nottingham then. The story of Robin Hood actually comes from around the time of 1194, when King Richard the Lionheart was defending his throne after coming back from the Crusades from his brother John. And King Richard the Lionheart actually seized or stormed the Nottingham Castle in 1194 so that his brother would not take over his throne. Had the actual story of Robin Hood happened, it would have taken place here. This is where they would have had the bow and arrow competition, where he split the arrow. This is where the king and queen and or sheriff of Nottingham would have watched the competition go on in the courtyard, and their view would have been similar to this. After we visited a lot of Nottingham Castle, we took a tour down into some of the caves that are under the castle, as well as under the city of Nottingham. There are about 400 different caves, and we got to go on a few that some of them were made out of brick, some of them were actually done out of sandstone like this one. And they held prisoners down here and wine and different things like that. Here we are finally outside of Mortimer's Hole. It leads all the way down to the bottom of Nottingham Castle. After we got out of Mortimer's Cave, there was an interesting pub in which we went into and wanted to figure out the story of this old English pub. It's about the oldest pub in England. It's called the Old Trip to Jerusalem, and this is quote-unquote where the Knights Templar stopped and had a beer. And then we said goodbye to the ye old trip to Jerusalem and headed about our way.